So guys, welcome back to some more Avengers. I'm Evil Taz. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. We are gonna carry on with this trend with Iron Man this time. And we're gonna do 10 runs of Tachyon Rift, Breakout, and Challenge 1. See how it goes. And see what loot we get. So I think the format like last time worked pretty well, where I run one mission and complete, and then run 9 more, just showing the loot, and then in the last part, just final comments, I guess.
I'm not sure what to expect out there. We've never seen anything like this before. You'll be equipped with sensors that feed back to our labs. The data should help us trace where these disruptions are coming from. You'll have to work fast. We're dropping you at the heart of the storm. Things might get a little weird. Reliving your past, kind of weird. Just stay focused on completing the mission. This is the only way we can get accurate data on the storms.
So I saw this interesting post on Reddit. Someone posted a small clip of a video of Thor doing 175k hits. Not crits, well, they were crits, but they were hits. Every hit, like actual hit, was 175k, and he melted Challenge 4 or Challenge 2 Taskmaster within seconds. So, question is, how do you do damage like that? I haven't seen gear that good drop unless they got really good with their RNG.
AIM keeps their data well guarded.
They lucked out because I haven't seen anything like that.
I'm afraid that's not enough.
I'm killing this as well because I need one more rescue. Complete the dailies, that's all.
You're safe now.
So you've been building the resistance in secret all these years?
Not intentionally. At least not in the beginning. A lot of us were captured by AIM early on.
Yeah, someone said the yellow portals were ones that were about to disappear. They might be true, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of gear they have to push out that much in terms of numbers. I haven't seen anything like that. I see 20k ticks, maybe 30k.
look for a chest with gear nearby.
But 20k ticks mostly.
Enemies engaged, y'all. Someone keeping score here? 'Cause I gotta be winning.
Crap. Ran out of juice.
I'm in some trouble here.
Getting low on the timer as well, just gonna keep an eye on that.
There's an elite AIM unit near you.
Yeah, let me know if you guys are pushing out big numbers. I'd love to see some builds and such, because I'm trying to do the whole battery effect thing. I don't you guys see the gear that I get. I record most of my setups and stuff like that, so yeah, let me know though how you guys are doing, and if you're doing any better than I am. I'm sure everyone is. I have the worst luck in loot farming and stuff.
That did not go as planned.
What do we do?
If you destroy the 2 transformers on the upper level, the elevator doors should open.
Guardians of Asgard! Yield to the storm! Curfew!
So if you notice, I am actually supporting those cosmic repulsors that I got, missile repulsors in the previous run. They are very nice. If I do say so myself.
That did it. Let's get in there.
I will show them to you in just a sec if you want to have a look. So here they are, cosmic repulsors. I need to get better gloves now. Different status, so they complement the I mean, these lightning ones might be good. Are they good? Not really. Yeah, repulsors don't drop very often. Oh crap, there we go. So we get a willpower burst with crits, which isn't too bad on Iron Man. He's kind of squishy. Missile attacks deal cosmic damage, which is really good. I'm looking for a weapon like that for Thor, or actually any of the characters really. It would be nice to get it on hit, because then you can stack it very quickly. And then defeating enemies grants a heroic burst, so it gets my heroic back faster. So all in all, not too bad. It's not the greatest stats, but I mean, it makes me a little bit more tankier, which I like. Anyway, yeah, let's carry on.
Party time!
Where to?
Records show a secure lab at the end of this hallway. There is a chest with gear close by.
Where's the lab?
You sure this is the right place? I've nearly breached AIM's network. They're hiding something. Stand by and see to the AIM forces.
Oh, they'll get seen too.
Please work fast, Jarvis. As fast as my processor allows so.
I mean, what's funny is people complaining about Iron Man, Thor, and his ability to melt bosses and stuff. Have they seen the Iron Man missile build? Because you get different statuses on enemies. It's the exact same thing. Plus the missiles wreck. Like absolutely wreck.
The transport ship is preparing for takeoff.
Whatever's on that transport, I want it captured. Get to it before it leaves.
It's funny, people complain that, you know, one character melts bosses and such, but they forget this isn't a competitive game. It's you're playing together, so the goal is to kill things quickly so that you get the loot rewards at the end and less chance of dying. Why complain that there's a character that melts bosses Okay, that's that character's sole purpose, to mount bosses. You focus on something else.
Looks like we made it just in time. Get close to those terminals so I can infiltrate their network. We must control all three to override the transport's navigation system. Be on guard. AIM will try to regain control of the terminal.
Anyway, just my opinion. I don't see why complaining about a character being strong helps anything. Because I mean, when they release the raid, you're gonna need characters that are strong. Otherwise, who's gonna do the damage to bosses and stuff, right? So. Damn it. Just wanted to get the loot. And that's why I said before, it's like they haven't really defined which class is what. So who's supposed to be DPS, who's supposed to be support, who's supposed to be a tank. Everyone wants to make their character the strongest DPS, and that's the problem. You're telling me that wasn't strong right there? I just one-shot that guy through a shield. Right there, look, 2 shields. That's a prime adapt Synthoid there.
We just lost an access point. Return it to our control.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing it on challenge 1, but still.
This guy's not getting back up.
Yeah, we're done. Every character has the potential of doing high DPS. It just depends on how you build your character.
Our suspicions were correct. These Tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing. Almost like a global shockwave.
Now, Iron Man, in my opinion, you can do that much damage with only one status.
They could get much worse.
Something's going to be looked at there.
This data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war team.
Not that I want him nerfed or anything, just
the sooner we can get a handle on these Tachyon storms.
Just saying. It's, you know, I'm literally only using missiles. And I'm doing that much damage. I'm not even stacking statuses, so... We got these. They're okay. Now, because we've got these ones on, I kind of need to get... I would like to get Shock here, but... I mean, Shock's supposed to increase the crit damage, or crit chance, or something like that. Crit. It's supposed to increase crit. I'll have to look it up. It increases one of them, crit hit chance or crit hit damage. But it stacks so nicely with the Cosmic, because then you're getting extra... crit damage, which is insane. Okay, what did we get over here? Triple Might, and not so bad one neither. 11.3% increased damage from signature attacks. That's not bad. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna be back with a collage of 9 more loot rewards from these things. I think it worked out pretty good, so we're going to do the same thing again. Plus we got the Mega Hive to work on as well. Look at that, I rescued an ally and I didn't get credit for it. I was at 2 of 3 before. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Evil Taz, and I will catch you in the next one. Till then, take it easy. Let me know your thoughts on the whole damage thing and whether Thor is doing too much damage, and if you guys have a really good build yourself. It would be cool to share some of that. Anyway, take it easy.
Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions were correct. These tachyon storms are responsible for those strange disruptions you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves are disorienting for now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner we can get a handle on these tachyon storms. Our suspicions
So
were
guys,
correct. These
10
tachyon
runs
storms are
with
responsible
Iron
for
Man.
those strange
Challenge
disruptions
1.
you've been experiencing, almost like a global shockwave. The pulses themselves
Let's see what
are
we finished off
disorienting
with
for
here.
now, but if these storms are any indication, they could get much worse. We'll process the rest of this data ASAP. As we identify locations, I'll send the coordinates to your war table. The more intel we get, the sooner
waiting
we
for
can
it
get
to
a
stop
handle on these
talking.
tachyon storms.
So, we got absolute crap. Simply put it, yeah. There was one item that I really liked, and I will show you that in a second, but yeah, this is everything that we got. I just broke that one thing down, and I broke down another plasma glove that we got, but I like this because of that second perk. It's one way of getting a damage buff. This one more than this one. Just defeating enemies gives me a damage buff, which I like. But, I mean, is it an upgrade? I don't know. It's got might on it, unfortunately. Let's have a look at this. I like this because of that third perk there. If you've got Jarvis Barrier, that's the best in slot. But I haven't had any drop, so if you guys know where to farm Jarvis Barrier, let me know. I think it's in the vaults, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is not a damage item. This is damage and heroic and repulsor and Pim. I like that. But repulsor attacks, don't care. Repulsor, missile, deal plasma, invulnerability buff. Well, this one's a DPS one. This one gives me defense. It's more of a defensive. Both not bad, not the best. I'm still using these cosmic missile damage repulsors, which I actually really like. They do a ton of damage. But we got a lot. I should have looked at that. I saw it was purple. I'm like a little disappointed, but we got a lot of cosmic gloves. What did we get? Did something go in the overflow? I thought something went in the overflow. I guess not. These are 140s. Okay, so nothing went in the overflow. So this is all these pieces are what we got on this run. And I will go in a weird order because I'll show you the best one, in my opinion, to last. But might on this, might on this, proficiency and intensity, so no might at least. Might on this, valor, resilience, and intensity, supercharge energy. Meh. What do we have here? Valor, resolve, and proficiency. Crit hit chance from more weapons. It's not too bad, but it's kind of weak. There's no damage boosts on it other than the third perk, and the second one's just finishers do discharge. So. And we got this one, which isn't the greatest neither. It's got precision on it finally, but I mean precision and resolve is nice. Melee crits give invulnerability. Light combo finishers do cosmic, so I have to hit the enemy 4 times in order to get this discharged. Now these, in my opinion, are pretty good. They're probably the best thing that I got here. I mean, I don't have precision on it, so that kind of sucks, but for an 8% loss in ranged, I would get a little bit of valor, but 17% heavy combo finishes do damage, gives the damage buff, so damage buff is always nice, increase my crit chance. Light combo finishes, vent, discharge of cosmic energy. Again, that's the same way that you get cosmic energy from the gloves, it seems. But that third perk again, it's 128.8% increased critical attack damage. Now I know it's not working now, but hopefully when it does work, that will give me a good burst of damage. Right now I'm using these ones, but I might swap over to these just because it gives me more crit attack damage at the end of it. But yeah, I don't have 2 statuses that I'm applying right now, which but the way I see it is, if I apply the hot damage, the positive, then my teammate should be applying the negative. I mean, Thor is definitely applying negative with his lightning, so that's a good thing. I think Hulk's applying gamma. I believe he is. I have no idea what Kamala's applying, because she is. I haven't played her in a while, but yeah, I'm gonna actually switch over to these and see how they work out. But do I have enough upgrade modules for this? Oh, just enough. Alright, so let's have a look. Compare it. I lose 8% precision, but I gain a little bit of heroic, which isn't a big thing. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to break down all of these. Unless you guys think one of these is better than what I'm using, let me know. But I might. I mean, this wasn't too bad. Gamma. But I like the cosmic damage. It heals me back a little bit, plus it does some good damage. Otherwise, I like plasma on the missiles, because it kind of hits and does a bit of an AoE. Then other enemies take damage. But that's not too bad. I've got no more upgrade modules. I may have to farm something in order to get upgrade modules. But yeah. All in all, 10 runs of crap. So might try this again with Hulk over the weekend. Today is Friday. But yeah, if If you guys are interested in seeing anything else, let me know. I mean, I don't want to keep posting the same missions over and over because it's kind of boring to watch. I want to watch it if I was a viewer, so I'm just kind of assuming that you guys wouldn't want to watch that neither. You want to watch some new content. I don't really do the cheating stuff. I did post a video on the Hulkbuster thing that got patched. It was where you could loot infinite DNA caches in Hulkbuster mode without using up any of your keys. I used it once for the video, showed it how to do it, but then that's it. I've been farming DNA keys, hoping that Kate Bishop would drop so I can gear her up really quickly. I mean, I could really spend some DNA keys and easily get upgrade modules. Or I could trade in fragments for upgrade modules as well at a vendor. But yeah. Anyway, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, take it easy.